There is no such thing, technically there is no such thing called as love jihad in Islam. Jihad is a revered act in Islam. Jihad is a pious deed in Islam. So jihad is something which is good, which is just. So jihad basically means to strive, to struggle. And jihad can be of various types, and Prophet Muhammad prescribed jihad also based on the situation of some people, that this is good for them, this is good for them, this is good jihad for them. So jihad basically means to strive, to struggle, but it has to be in the way of Allah only. If it is in the way of Allah, it is good. That is to please Allah with sincerity, for the sake of Allah, for the love of Allah. So love jihad, that is, love is a pure emotion, and love is something different, jihad is something different. So if you are doing something for the sake of Allah, in the way of Allah, that is the jihad, and that is the good jihad. That is the jihad. Technically it is the jihad which is talked about in Islam, that is fi sabilillah, in the way of Allah, for the sake of Allah. So the foundation for all sorts of jihad is the jihad against the nafs. It is the jihad against one's own self. That there is a hadith in Musnad Ahmad and also in Tirmizi, hadith number 1621. It says that Prophet said, al mujahidu man jahada nafsa, that a mujahid, the one who strives in the way of Allah, is the one who strives against his own self. That is, against his own evil inclinations, against the inclinations of his own self, the false desires. And that is the mujahid, that al mujahidu man jahada nafsa, who strives against his own self. That the Quran says in Surah Naziyat, Surah number 79, ayat number 40, Allah says that amma man khafa maqama rabbihi, that as for one who fears to stand before his Lord, wa nahan nafsa anil hawa, and he forbids, he prevents his own self from false desires. That is, he prevents his own self. He becomes a watcher over his own self, that it doesn't go astray, that it doesn't follow the false vain desires. So this jihad, the jihad an nafs, that is against one's own self, is the basis, the foundation for all sorts of jihad. And the jihad fi sabilillah, it is always just, it is always righteous, it is always good. And jihad can be then of various types. Quran says in Surah Furqan, Surah number 25, ayat number 52, Allah says, وَجَاهِدْهُمْ بِهِ جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا, and strive against them with this Quran, جِهَادًا كَبِيرًا, which is great jihad, that is great striving. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ.